Hi everyone! Welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Dipal Shah and I help people all around the world heal pain and find their joy and purpose back in life. Pain is not a fun thing to deal with and live with. And if you are in any kind of pain, if you've ever had any kind of discomfort, even a little bit, where you stub your toe, imagine that pain. It's excruciating. Well, imagine having that kind of pain in certain parts of your body for long periods of time. Well, that's what I help people with. So if you need my help, I'm your person. And I'm so glad you're here because every week we talk about how to help your mind, body, and energy systems. I'll teach you techniques to release your stress, techniques that will help you find purpose and joy in life, give you tools and techniques that you could take with you each and every day to help eliminate the stress from your environment and around you. So I am so glad you're here, and we are going to talk about emotions today. And emotions are one of the toughest things for human beings to talk about because we're not used to talking about them. But today, we're going to dive right into them. So grab your coffee, grab your tea, grab your water, whatever it is. Grab something that will soothe you right now. And we will get started. So let's dive deeper into emotions. See, the 7 core emotions that humans experience is happiness, sadness, fear, anger, joy, love, and stress. These are the 7 core emotions. Now, do we understand or know how to use our emotions? I think humans are still trying to figure it out. What has been innate within us is the emotion of love and joy. And what has come out of our experiences through life is sadness, stress, fear, anger. And we have become these animals that are constantly seeking security and safety. It's just like all these animals that are out in the wild and they're surviving. And what has happened to us as humans, we are in survival mode as well. While emotions give meaning to our lives, taking us from elation to sorrow, excitement to resentment, satisfaction to need, you should know that renewing and depleting emotions affect your body and what hormones and neurotransmitters do to your perceptions. We all go through life experience a spectrum of different emotions. There are hundreds and hundreds of emotions that a human experiences. But they all come down to 7 core emotions. And some of these emotions are just too difficult to put into words. Do you ever have a hard time putting your emotions into words? Like sometimes you just want to cry versus even speaking because you cannot speak how you feel. It's so deep. And there are times where you just don't understand why you feel what you feel, but you do. And you have to deal with certain emotions. We don't quite know how to process our emotions. That's where the problem is. And I think that's what each and every person is trying to understand. How can I heal? How can I get better? How can I move forward? How can I get out of this pattern that I'm stuck in? It all has to do with your emotions. Now, a lot of us might be tempted to repress our emotions because we're so good at repressing them. We'll address them later, but there is no later. When you feel an emotion, you need to express it right away. Because the more you hold on to it, the more you put it to the side, you're going to see that it's going to start to marinate. And eventually, the more you get triggered, the more that emotion comes in. And at some point, you become a pressure cooker. And when that happens, it causes hormones and neurotransmitters to go out of balance, which causes inflammation in the body, which causes dis-ease or diseases, illnesses and ailments, discomforts. And it's not fun anymore living in this body. So it's very important to express those emotions that we come across on a daily basis. A lot of times you're just afraid to admit to yourself that you're even feeling it. And this is, of course, that denial phase. You are probably trained or programmed to not have emotions, not express emotions. So we need to reprogram your brain and get you out of that denial phase. And rather than deflection, reflection. We need to reflect on what we're feeling. And allow your mind and your body to really be connected at that time, because this will help with a healthy coping mechanism, which will do better for you in the long run. Because the more you dismiss what's really happening, it's not healthy. It's not healthy for your mental body. It's not healthy for your emotional body, your spiritual and physical body. So you can do more harm than good sometimes. Now, I do believe that there's neither positive nor negative emotions. They're simply emotions. And these emotions act as signals to point us towards the right direction and help us make sense of what we're going through. And while it may be scary and uncomfortable at times, we need to make the effort to understand our emotions so we can better understand ourselves and our underlying wants and needs and beliefs. Just think about it. When you have a happy emotion, when you are happy and joyful and excited and love life, you feel good. You don't have to dive into that. You don't need to reflect on that. You enjoy that. You embrace it and embody that moment. But for some reason, in our minds, we think that it only needs to be momentary. And it doesn't. It could be a lifetime of ecstasy and bliss. But we have to allow ourselves to feel that. Some people feel like they don't deserve to be happy or not worthy of being happy. So many of my clients that I speak to, they feel like they don't deserve it. They don't even know what that feels like because they've never had it. And you have had it. You just don't remember, because all of the memories, all the traumas you've been through have taken over and reprogrammed that part of the brain where the happy memories lie, in the hippocampus. and all the negativity has taken over. So in the end, the journey towards emotional discovery is something we should all take if we ever want to have a better understanding of who we are as people. I mean, that is what spirituality is, getting in touch with your spirit, who you are, and having that self-discovery. So take the time to listen to what your emotions are trying to tell you and work through all the things you're feeling. Emotional awareness will not only allow you to have better control of your moods, but also better control of your health and stress and the challenges and the obstacles that come into your life. Imagine being able to react differently, being able to accept something and see it from a distance rather than an attack on you. Because most of the time, let's say somebody criticizes you or judges you or puts you down, says something, you feel like it's an attack towards you because of your experiences that you've had in life. What others say triggers us. And I remember many times in my life when somebody says something even positive where I would get triggered. Maybe somebody would say something good about somebody else and I would get triggered. Because there's all these emotions that were wrapped up and that I was entangled in that I didn't address. And now when I come across certain situations and events in my life, I would get triggered. And until I addressed these repressed emotions, those triggers kept building up and up and up. And then I was just unhappy all the time. And that's what you do not want, because it can lead to anxiety, depression, and for some people, suicidal thoughts. And you don't want to go down that alley because it's not a place that you want to be. It's very difficult sometimes to come out of that. And so if you need any help whatsoever, if you are feeling depression or anxiety at this time, please do get in touch with me. You can do so if you just look at the link below at ananda4life.com. Now, there's so much more meaning to life, and you just have to find that meaning. It could be so much more fulfilling for you if you have that emotional awareness about you. It is essential to pay close attention to our emotions by staying clear of the extreme emotions that make us act in certain ways where we may regret. We may have guilt or shame afterwards. We have to connect to our kindness and empathy. And this is how we can build that pathway to happiness. And to do so, I have 3 steps just for you so that you can start exercising your brain to a life full of purpose and joy. So here they are. Number 1, I want you to listen to your thoughts. Many times we're not used to listening to our thoughts. We don't go back and say, oh my gosh, I can't believe I was thinking that. Or why was I thinking this way? Where are these thoughts coming from? So our thoughts are the windows to our beliefs, and our beliefs are the that connective link between our experiences and the emotions that emerge. So a mindfulness practice is an excellent way in allowing us to listen into the stream of our inner chatter without getting caught up into it. There are so many times where I have listened to my thoughts. I mean, that's how I started, is by listening to my thoughts and saying, Dipal, is this necessary? Why am I thinking this way? Why do I always have to think negatively rather than the positive? And once I started changing my thoughts, I had to practice changing my thought patterns by stopping my thoughts that didn't serve me in their tracks. And when you can stop a thought, that is huge self-awareness. That is a huge step towards self-awareness. And I know you can do it. So stop those thoughts in their track. If they are not good thoughts, thoughts that make you feel good and uplifted, then you need to stop them, and you can. It's a practice, an everyday practice. If you're going to live in this 3D realm, you need to practice. Everything takes practice. And you can easily, even after years of practicing, sometimes slip. But guess what? That means you need to start practicing again. And it gets better and better and better. And you'll know that it gets better. And I'll tell you how. It gets better because you'll start seeing the difference in your life. You'll start seeing the changes and the transformations in your life and in your body. Just to imagine if you are feeling less stressed, if your aches and pains are less. I mean, just dive into that energy right there. Rather than thinking, God, I've got this pain and it just won't go away. It never goes away. How could I get rid of it? Why not think, this pain is getting less and less each and every day. It no longer is there. Or you can even change your thought by acknowledging it. Sometimes our pains, whether it's mental, physical, emotional, whatever that pain is, we need to acknowledge it. And then use the positive thoughts behind it. Acknowledge the pain. I feel blank, fill in that blank, and it's okay. And then you can see that that pain won't be so painful anymore because you've acknowledged it. And now that you've acknowledged it, you're getting better and better. So listen to your thoughts. The second thing that you can do is challenge negative beliefs. Biased beliefs that are fear-based and overly negative lead to extreme emotions that make us act in self-defeating ways. The good thing is that we can challenge these beliefs since they're just simply the results of our efforts to function under given conditions. See, when conditions change, the same beliefs may no longer serve us. A childhood belief of low capability may have helped us deal with comments of critical parents in order to win their approval. However, this can negatively impact our relationships and performance later in life because we're constantly looking for that approval. Think about times at work when you're looking for approval from your boss or your colleagues. So by questioning your beliefs and asking yourself, are they true and are they helpful? We can actually own our attitude and take conscious decisions. We need to acknowledge what our negative beliefs are and work with our beliefs, because they're actually limiting beliefs. They limit us. And when something limits you, you won't thrive. You'll feel stuck. So don't allow anything to limit you, because you're a powerful being. You're a powerful human. You're a superhuman. And humans have the most powerful senses. So healing will start when you address so far limiting beliefs or negative beliefs and listen to your thoughts. And so at this time, I do want you to ask, for those of you who are listening, do go to anandaforlife.com. There's a lot of great information there. I do offer MP3s, sessions, as well as membership and other packages that you might be interested in on your journey, whether you're on a spiritual journey or a healing journey in any form. Whether it's your life's journey, relationships, career, whatever it is, connect with me at Ananda, ANANDA, the number 4 life.com. So let's get to our final way of addressing emotions. And that is to do a wonderful tapping exercise. And what I want you to do is I want you to think of something that brings joy into your life. And tapping, in this sense, we're going to be tapping on the prefrontal cortex. So I want you to close your eyes, take a nice deep breath in and a nice breath out. A lot of the energy and emotions that we work with is within the prefrontal cortex, because that's where perception also takes place. That's where your third eye is, or I guess your intuition, you can say. And this is where your prefrontal cortex is. It's connected with that limbic system, which is the emotional center. And so we're going to open that up. We're going to connect with this area and just open up the energy channels. And so think of a time where you were the most joyful. Maybe it was on a vacation. Maybe it was as a child. Maybe it was in another lifetime. Whatever it is for you, that joyful moment, I want you to really connect with the joy and how you felt. I want you to go back to that time. And now with 2 fingers, with your right or left hand, it doesn't matter, just tap. Tap with your 2 fingers right in the middle of your forehead. Just like this. And gently tap. I want you to tap there for just 2 minutes. And as you're tapping, I'm activating this center energetically, bringing in the frequencies of that joyful moment. And if you can't remember a joyful moment, just use or see the word joy in front of you. Continue tapping here. Allow yourself to breathe nice deep breaths in and out through your nose. Feel your entire body just calming down and your nervous system just relaxing as you tap in joy. Feel this frequency and vibration of joy entering into the cells of your body as your nervous system connects with all the other organs and systems and glands and muscles and connective tissue in your body. Now you can stop tapping. Notice how you feel as you take this moment just to relax in the energies. Open your eyes when you're ready. Beautiful. Take a nice deep breath in and a nice breath out. Giving your body that time to just relax. Now emotions. Notice how you feel about your emotions. I want you to tap into those that come up for you. Start tapping into the joy. And you can use that process anywhere you want, anytime you want. It is going to be an important and relevant technique for you to use to overcome those repressed emotions. Because those emotions are there, and maybe you don't identify with them or you don't acknowledge them. A lot of times we don't want to acknowledge them, but it's very important to take that moment to acknowledge them in order for you to grow, in order for you to feel good. Don't you want to feel good? Everybody does. Every time I ask my clients, what is it that you want? What is your intention? And they're always saying good health, peace, harmony, joy, freedom, liberation, happiness. These are the frequencies we want to work with. This is what I want to bring to you every moment of your life. So if you haven't listened to my other episodes or watched my YouTube channel, please do so. Take the time to do so. You will find a lot of helpful information, techniques, and tools that you can use each and every day. I want to thank all my listeners for being here with me today, and thank you so much. Please do share this out with everyone that you know and care about so that we can help them understand what emotions are, how emotions affect us, and what we can do about our emotions. And so if you would like to make comments, go ahead and do so. I would love to hear from you. You can also contact me at dipalshah@anandaforlife.com. You can also go to my website, ananda4life.com. Thank you so much, and I'll see you all soon.